Hello everyone and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. It's been a moment and I'm gonna see if I can get through this video recording it because I'm sure you can still hear it in me. I'm not 100%. So I of course didn't plan on being gone for so long, and I really I tried so hard to come back sooner, but whatever this was that decided it wanted to come and visit our family, it's not friendly. And its sole purpose is to remove all the liquids from your body. And it doesn't care how it removes them. It's just going to remove them, and violently. And so then you get through that whole process. 3 of us in the family had it. The other 2 were just fine. But then after that, it goes to my lungs. And, you know, I've stated before how I have bronchitis. So whenever I pick something up, it likes to take a visit to my lungs. And so I just made sure, you know, every day to take care of myself and, you know, bring those herbs in and, you know, just rest. I know I left off with the kitchen, but we will come back and revisit the kitchen because I just did not want, and I really didn't have the strength to go up and down the ladder. So I just stayed ground floor level and decided to do 3 wonderful vignettes and just fill up the home even more. So layers on top of layers. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? I thank you all so much for being so patient with my absence. I know it's been quite a while, but I thought to have a nice lengthy video for you guys today. And I just split it up into days, you know, just getting things done little by little, because the goal is to get back 100% health. But I did share this, I believe, in the previous video. This is the room in between the reading room and the living room. And behind me is the downstairs bathroom. I have this large frame that a mirror was in, and I decided to remove that, but use the frame because I love it so much. And inside is a smaller, very ornate frame that was a Facebook Marketplace find. And then a small little picture of some floral inside a vase. And I love how the depth of it all, how it just goes in smaller and smaller. And then up front, I have this very aged French country vessel. And the shelf down below was purchased from Hobby Lobby. And I know many of you already know this, but I do have new subscribers. It's important to keep everyone in the now of things. Okay, so I have these 2 sconces. I don't even remember where I found these, but they are they have some good weight to them, a nice metal. And the meshing is what I really like about these sconces here. And I believe I'm going to try and see if I like them on the left and right hand side of the picture frame. And it just works. All the colors go together. So real chippy and aged and all the gold. And again, I like mixing my tones, so I'll have different colors in my metals and in my woods. It doesn't have to be so matchy. And then down below, I have to go back to storage and find the piece of furniture that I want to put here to finish this whole vignette off. But today we will be working on the wall portion of it. Now these sconces, it's the, I don't know, it's one or the other. I either had these sconces, but I couldn't find the glass flutes, or I had the glass flutes that went inside and not the sconces that were on the wall. But anyhow, we have them all because I found them. I was able to unpack a couple boxes. You know, our days, they don't know whether they want to be warm or cold. And on cold days, I stay in the house. I don't even try to go out to the garage. Especially lately. Let's just face it, I haven't been able to do much there. Okay, so now down below the shelf, I believe I'm going to hang some things from here as well. I have some gold hooks that I have screwed in to the bottom of this piece before. So I'll just place some more in there. But overall, right now, I'm liking this. I'm liking the look, you know, the metals with the different woods. And always very, I like the rich, moody look and feel. Okay, so we're going to ignore the mess over there to the left. That's the formal dining room. Try not to peek through that little crack because I know many of you probably are right now. Don't do that. That's coming. Okay, this picture is called The Visitor. And this was an eBay find, a bid. I paid a little bit more than I wanted to. But it's so sweet. Little girl here dressed up, has her basket with the cloth over her baked goodies. And Mom had her go to a neighbor or to a family member and just gift them with something wonderful and homemade. It is a home and garden party. Art print. I did sell this many moons ago. And home interiors and gifts. It was so fun. How many of you used to go to those home parties? They were just the best. I know I've brought this up before, and it just, yeah, they were just so much fun. Sweetest, just European look and feel. Everything I love. So I'm placing it off to the side. I don't think I want to put it on a stand. I really could. I could put it on an easel if I wanted to, but for now, I think I'm just going to keep it right here on the shelf. And again, take notice too, because I know many of us have different colored metals around the house or wood tones. Blend them together. Just bring it all together. If it makes your heart happy, do it. And I'm telling you, after everything I have gone through in the family, even though this is difficult to do, it really is breathing life back into me. That's for certain. I have this sweet little vessel with some dried goods up at top. This was purchased from a storefront called French Bleu. It is in Apex, North Carolina, and if you're in that area, it's a must-see. You know, even if you don't purchase, doing a walkthrough, it's so inspirational. Again, it's called French Bleu in Apex, North Carolina. I want to give you a close-up here of this old vintage frame. Don't even remember where I purchased the frame, but on the inside, this is just different cutouts I put together, and then some little sticker like stamps down at the bottom, because everything here at the Little Blue Fly is about adventure and taking the next wonderful journey somewhere magical that always tends to bring out that little girl in us all. So I have these down on the shelf as well. Right now I'm just sharing a few things. I will start moving items about. But again, this is my version of spring in the warmer tones always, with just a little bit of moodiness. I have some old books here. I collect these. I love to find them when I'm out thrifting, but it's becoming more and more difficult to thrift these. You start picking them up in the antique stores or, shops where they have different booths, inside the building. I need to go to some garage sales. So I place them standing up, and again, things are going to change. Another good place to find books is estate sales, but it just seems like anymore people are just such vultures, right? When they go to estate sales. And, I tend to think about, the family, the people that, collected these items. And, I more so just want to keep whatever journey they took, to keep it alive, to find out history on pieces. So I kind of shy away from estate sales a little bit just because it is so vulture-like. But every now and then I do step into one, and it is pleasant. I did just show 3 gold Florentine vintage picture frames. They'll come back into the picture here in a moment, but right now, let's add a little color. And I love the color lavender. And I thought to put it inside of this vignette to just help bring things to life, since we are getting ready to go into spring. And I'm going to place them inside this fabulous aged vessel. So this has a long stem, and I'm just going to go about, bending things to fit inside of the vessel. That's what I'm doing down here right now. I'm pulling stems apart and bending larger stems to get it all working inside. So I'm going to use this one first for the height. So in the back of my arrangement, I would like for it to stand up just a little bit higher than what I am about to place up front. I just find it visually pleasing this way. And I'll move things about here and there. But look, just even with those in there, what a difference. I'm liking it. I'm like, ooh, I like it just as it is. But me, being the maximalist that I am, I must add more. So I'm going to put in this lavender colored sedum. And again, I will play with this a little bit more. I like how this is coming down a little bit in the front. But what I ultimately decided to do here is to push it all over to the side. Now I'm going to play with it here a little bit more, because those gold frames that I just gave you a look at. Oh, see, I still have moss in here. But the gold frames, the Florentine frames, I decided I wanted to add them inside here with some of the floral. So whenever, if you try your hand at putting together floral arrangements, maybe push them off to the side and stick something in unexpected, because that's what just gives it that little extra special touch and allows you to layer, to maximize things. So I'm going to weave some of the floral in through the frames to help it make it look a little bit more natural, not forced or just plopped in there, but to just make it all go together more. Now, I love this. I'll play with my floral a little bit in my frames. until I get it to my liking. But I love all these different elements together. The sedum up front was purchased from the nursery when I was living in Virginia. Okay, so I played with everything, and the frames are how I want them, and the floral. And I have these books tucked underneath the sedum. It, looks like it's growing over the books. But as I started looking here, I noticed there was just a little bit too much vertical going on here. And I needed it just kind of a little bit like, I don't know, blah. So I thought, let's put a tray up here. And even though I have a metal piece over to the left, that's fine, because this is a different texture and a different color. I did purchase this piece. I'm going to show the bottom from Target. And let me get this into focus. There it is. So $25 for this little tray. I mean, but it's metal. It'll last quite a while, I suppose. And it's small enough to where you can really play with it in many different places. Okay, so I went ahead and put the books in, the frame in, the little vessel with the floral. But now I need to change things up because there's just too much vertical going on. But as you can see, placing the tray here, how it has the little feet on it, it just gave it just that much more depth and interest. And now to just make all of this work together, make it pleasing to my eye. So I placed the books down and put the picture up on top, and then the floral right next to it. And up at top, you can see I placed one of the glass cups up there, and I put some moss in it. And I'm going to keep it like that for now, because before you know it, the bunnies and the eggs and all the different Easter touches are going to find their way into this vignette here. Now we're going to scoot into the reading room because I've made more changes. So the little plate that I had, it was a Flow Bleu, beautiful. I took that off because there's something else that I wanted to do, of course. My mind is always going on these different adventures, and so it's fun to switch things up inside the home. But the 3 clocks are going to stay there. And the ship picture will stay there. And of course the lamps and a few other things that were already up here will come back on top of the desk. The desk was a find off of Facebook Marketplace. So I decided to make this a true workspace. So here I purchased myself this apple here. And I decided to go with the yellow. I've had this for quite a few months, and it's just been sitting in the box. So I finally pulled it out, and this will be my work area. And in the very near future, I will start editing right here at this desk. Now, I will share a link for this computer for those of you that might be interested. I did have them add details, different hardware inside it that I needed for my editing. So just know that you can do that. If there's something else that you need inside of your apple, they'll add it in for you. Associates are there. You just tell them what you're trying to do and they put it all together for you. Super easy. So the sticker's up front that says hello, and soon, not in today's video, I will peel that off. So I kept the Himalayan rabbits up on top to the left because I love them so much. And I have the spray way out because I've been cleaning things up, and I have this very old, found it from an antique store, mirror that has, I'm sure there's a name to this, but I don't know it. If you know it, let me know, because I surely don't. I'm just going to call it a mirror with a small shelf on it. But I'm going to place it right inside of the large frame. And there she sits, all sweet and pretty. And I decided to place her here because of those precious little clocks, vintage clocks that come from West Germany. On the sides, they're very ornate. And then you have different, on this one you have the white and the gold clock face. And the hands on it are black. But these, oh gosh, you can find these in antique stores. Forget thrifting. I would love if I could find one of these in a thrift store. But in eBay and Etsy. So I placed them up on the mirror, and I just love this whole clock look. It's just something about time and clocks. I don't know what it is, but I love it. It just gives that that sense of adventure, of whimsical. Here's an old clock face. These can definitely be found on eBay. You can even put in like a lot, and people will be selling several of them together, which is nice. And here's some more. So I'm slowly finding my treasures, slowly. So I place them down. So that little wooden tray is, it's a spool drawer to a sewing machine cabinet. And I decided to put old clock faces inside and a couple of very old and aged books. I decided to put one of the clocks down in it, and then a clock face up on the mirror. And then over here to the left, I placed the books back on top, and I have my two candle sconces, well, candlesticks. But look what I found. I found the glass hurricanes to go on top. These were missing, and for the longest time. And now they are complete with the glass hurricanes on top. And having the little pops of blue and white, just gently placing them and throughout the decor area, the decorated area, it just makes for a very nice touch. Now we're going to move over here. We're just moving about all over. And this chair, I did share. It is a leather chair I picked up off of Wayfair. I will share a link for that. And a couple pillows. The one in the back, I've had that for years. But the one up front, the cheetah print, that can be purchased from Ballard and Ballard Designs. And I will share a link as well. I believe they're on sale right now. And then my old mirror, Facebook Marketplace find, and this is new. So This is a live edged shelf with 2 brackets that are from Rejuvenation, but they were Facebook Marketplace find. And I just thought, okay, so up above it, okay, I have all these lithographs from Scott Gustafson, and I did share a link in my description box. But I'm having 2 more made, and they will go up here above the shelf, just not today because they're not done, because Hobby Lobby, I'm waiting for the dark matting, the charcoal matting to come back in. They ran out of the size that I need for my lithographs. But we will go ahead and decorate on top of this shelf, but just keep in mind that I'm not putting anything up on the wall because I want to keep it open for these lithographs that hopefully will be up in the next month or 2. Well, definitely within 2 months. So just to give you a close-up, these live edge shelves, and I'll share a link, they're wonderful. They really bring the nature indoors. And having all the Fairytale lithographs, I just thought, fairy tales, the majority of the time you are in the woods. It's very woodsy. And I thought this was the perfect touch to add with them and to bring more layering in my reading room. So up in the corner, I started with my vintage wooden duck, and her name is Truly. So all my little friends here at the house, I like to give them names, and a lot of times I ask for help from you all to name my sweet friends. And then in front of Truly, so her name is Truly Scrumptious, because she is truly scrumptious. But anyhow, in front of her, I did place this antique brass lantern. Again, Facebook Marketplace find. And I have it tucked over into the corner. Now I want you to notice, okay, the pictures are going to be the same height as the one up at top. So Truly and the lantern will not block the image at all on the lithograph because they're tucked off over to the side. So I'm trying to keep everything from, so the picture to the right where the white is, I'm trying to keep everything right there or below because I do not want the image to be blocked at all. But a little bit off to the sides, I guess that's okay. So inside the lantern, I do have this blue and white battery operated, so flameless candle. That has the most gorgeous glow to it, but you're going to have to wait until the closer look because that's when I like to turn the lights on. But sometimes, like earlier on the desk, I did have some lights on, but the majority of the time everyone has to wait until the closer look. And I have something called Easter eggs. I know many of you have not caught on yet. At the end of my video, I share Easter eggs throughout for you all to find and to leave me a comment to let me know if you have found them or not. This is a vintage book. I have quite a few of them. I don't even remember where I purchased these from, but they will go up on top of the shelf. And then I have a brass and black hurricane over here to the left with a taper candle inside. So we have some real light over here to the left and some faux over to the right. And then I have this little just a precious. You have the lion heads on the side, a black and gold vessel that has just the rich and warm French country look and feel to it. And I have a lot of many different little short candles, because what happens during the move, my candles break, and that's okay. So I'll just snap them apart, and I'll have little short stubbies, and I love burning those. And they look great placed inside vessels. Okay, so this beauty right here, I have been looking for this piece forever. Since we left Virginia, I couldn't find it, and I finally came across it. I was like, oh, I know it's it, when I was opening up the box. Because, when you move and you haven't seen your items for a while, well, I didn't forget about this one, but you get surprised because you start unwrapping things that you forgot you had. But inside here, I placed some miniatures, very old miniature books, just stacked all throughout this fabulous piece, because after all, this is a reading room. So this is what we have going on so far. And I was like, okay, I need a little bit, even though I'm putting pictures up here just for now, I need to add something up here, but we will get to that. So I have this long rectangular basket. And I thought, just for now, it's not going to be permanent. I'm going to put it back behind. And what a difference. We have instant warmth. Just gives that, that cottagey look and feel that I'm going for in my reading room. I mean, the most ultimate reading room is just to have books stacked everywhere, here and there, and blankets and comfortable furniture and candlelight and just, an array of mess. I don't want a finely just put together room. I want items everywhere, because that makes comfort. Okay, so again, this wicker tray will not stay here. it will go away when the lithographs come up on the wall. Now we have another touch of blue, so let's go with some vintage flow. This is a blue flow plate, and it just doesn't get any richer than blue flow. It just, it started off as a mistake. It was a printing error, but it widely became popular, and I know it is in my home. I love it. And just adding in touches of blue with all the different colors that I like to work with, it really does make it look and feel magical to me. But for those of you that might have a different, different colors, different style, bring those plates out, put them back behind your decor. It just adds a nice touch. Like our sweet little girl here, that many of you, and I thank you all so much for the name suggestions. And I don't know if I ever came out and gave her name. And if I did, I apologize, because it's about to change. I decided to name her Abigail. She is an Abigail through and through. Just look at her sweet little face. Over the weekend, I watched that one Disney show, The Aristocats. Oh, and I just loved it so much. And I was like, I must name her Abigail. And I placed her off over to the side. So we have a little bit of blue going on over here, and some inside the lantern. I really wish I could move the camera over a little bit, but it's kind of stiff. But you will see how the blue just works perfectly with these lithographs. Now to add in just some aged goodness. These will look perfect inside any English or French country home. It has all the rust in it. They're very heavy. They're iron. And I don't remember where I purchased them from. But what I am going to do is place them up on the shelf. But we have to wait until the end, the closer look, to see what I put in them. And again, things change all the time around here. But for now, you will see what I decided to place in them during the closer look. Because again, I place not many, but 1, 2, sometimes 3 different Easter eggs. So again, during my closer look, when I'm giving you the overall view, you're going to see items in there that I did not speak about. Those are the Easter eggs. And let me know what they are, because if I can get more and more engagement, I plan on starting to do some gift giving, because I just would really love to do that for you all, because you're so good to me. You're so loyal. Okay, so this basket came from Kirkland's. Has a great cottage look to it. Ooh, but look at that, $39.99. Ouch. But this one was 25% off, so it took it down, but then they were having a doorbuster sale, so it took even more off. So I was able to walk out of the door paying $21 for this. Nothing like finding a nice basket when you're out thrifting, though, for a couple dollars. Nothing can beat that. This box, if we only had smell-o-vision, if only. These are sachets from Robin King at Robin King Designs. She's linked in my description box. And they're fabulous. They're filled with a lavender scent. And the fabrics that are used on these heart sachets are everything. Now, I know we just passed Valentine's Day, and I hope all of you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. But you can use hearts in your home throughout the year, not just during Valentine's. They give such a nice touch inside mixed with your decor. And this fabric is fabulous. So I have several different hearts in here that I will be hanging from hooks or knobs or setting them sideways. This yellow one's everything. I love this. But again, Robin is linked in my description box. And I cannot wait to unpack these and spread them around the home. They smell so good. So, so good. Okay, so my basket, I did hang it from the hook, because if there's a hook, or a bracket, I'm going to hang something. That's all there is to it. And I decided to put in 3 of these plants, faux plants from Pottery Barn. Now, Hobby Lobby has these as well. I have not seen the plant, but they have the stems, and they can be found over by the wedding section. So they're in one of the aisles. They're not out with the big cluster of floral. I mean, maybe they have some out there now. I don't know. But these are with the floral that are tucked next to like where the wedding supplies are at, and they're stems. And I just like how it's falling down from the basket. And you can see I placed one of Robin's sachets from the lamp, because as I'm sitting here doing my reading, that lovely scent is just going to welcome me. Right in this sweet little reading nook corner. Now I have my basket over to the left and added another small basket on top, and then a little scalloped edged gold tray. So we'll be doing a little bit of decorating on there. Again, the front pillow in the chair came from Ballard Designs. I'm trying to remember everything that I have placed here. I think that is pretty much it. And now inside the basket, I'm going to put something special in there. My father, he had something called a busy basket, and he placed it up by his bed. And inside his basket, his reading glasses were in there. I hate to say it, his cigarettes, he was a smoker. Boy, was he a smoker. And if he had, like, his Alka-Seltzer was in there. And he had a little book that my brother shared with him about the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that was always in there for him to read up on whenever he wanted to. Down below here, I have my throw blanket. I don't know if any of you are like this, but I will turn my air conditioner on freezing just so that I can throw a lap blanket on top. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does to me. Nothing like having a chilly home, but with a blanket over your lap. And this is my Bible that I will be placing over in my reading basket that was called my father's busy basket. Because in this corner, the majority of my reading is in the Bible. It just, I just, my day wouldn't go right if I did not have the Lord in my life and feed myself some good scriptural food. Okay, so here I have the tissue box, and we're going to decorate it with one of Robin's pieces of artwork. Again, robinkingdesigns.com. In her coupon box, make sure to put the little blue fly, and she will give you a kind discount. And this is her bunny tissue box. She has several of them. I love the rich, warm colors on this one, and it's so lovely to look at. So remember the little blue fly in the coupon code box. So things will be moving around on this table as well. So I did start another read in Little Women. And as you can see, I'm right at the beginning of it. And these pages are so silky. I mean, I love a silky page, but I also love, a dusty, crinkly old one as well. But I have to share this other piece that my special friend, Jewel, just recently gifted me. She's such a wonderful, loving, and caring friend. And she put this on the back here. Let me see if I can get this into focus. And she said, "A little bookmark for when you read in your little corner. Love you, your Jewel." I love you too, Jewel. I know she's watching this video, and she's just precious. I'm so glad that she is in my life. And this is a fabulous bookmarker to use when I'm reading. I love bunnies. I love everything bunnies. They're just so sweet and precious. I hope you all enjoyed this time that we've had together. I do plan on being back soon, and we will go into the kitchen. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up to get me back into the algorithm, and I would love to hear from you all in the comments.